Our next topic is biological magnification. Now, you know that farmers or any other producers, people who are there growing crops, they want to make some profit. So they are using a lot of pesticides and chemicals to protect their crops from diseases. But are these chemicals only used by the crops? No. Some of them are washed down into the soil or into the water bodies. Some harmful chemicals may also enter into our body through the food chain. So as these chemicals or pesticides go into the soil, from the soil they are absorbed by the plants, and from the water bodies they are taken up by aquatic plants and animals. These chemicals are not degradable and they get accumulated progressively at each trophic level. Human beings who are there at the topmost level in any food chain, then as a result, there is maximum concentration of these chemicals in their bodies. This phenomenon is called biological magnification. Whatever toxic elements are there, they are there in greater concentration in the body of the human beings because human beings are at the top level in any food chain. The next topic is ozone depletion. Now you're all familiar with ozone. What is ozone? Ozone is a molecule having 3 atoms of oxygen, O3. What is the difference between ozone and oxygen? Ozone is a poisonous gas, whereas oxygen is a lifesaver gas. Oxygen or O2 is necessary for all aerobic forms of life, but O3 is a deadly poison. Where is this ozone found? It is found at the higher level of the atmosphere, that is a stratosphere to be very specific, and it shields the surface of the earth from the UV or ultraviolet radiations coming from the sun. These ultraviolet radiations are dangerous for human beings because it can cause cancer or any other skin diseases. The ozone at the higher level of the atmosphere is a product of UV radiations acting on the oxygen molecule. The high energy UV radiations split the molecular oxygen into free oxygen atoms. You can see in that equation, oxygen molecule is split up by the ultraviolet radiations into 2 oxygen atoms. These atoms combine with oxygen to form ozone. That is O plus O2 reacts to form O3. The amount of ozone started dropping in the 1980s. This decrease was because of the release of chemicals like chlorofluorocarbons, which are used in the refrigerators and fire extinguishers. In 1987, the UNEP, that is a body, United Nations Environmental Program, succeeded in forging an agreement to freeze the CFC production at the 1986 level. Ozone depletion is a very important topic, children. So remember, how is this ozone formed? The question is very important. Ozone that is there at the higher level of the atmosphere is split up. Oxygen that is there is split up by the ultraviolet radiations into 2 oxygen atoms, free oxygen atoms. These oxygen atoms combined, one oxygen atom reacts with 1 oxygen molecule and it forms 1 molecule of ozone. But the amount of ozone has started depleting or dropping because of the excessive use of chlorofluorocarbons. But since 1987, the amount is being frozen to the 1986 level. The United Nations Environment Program has succeeded in forging an agreement to freeze the level. Now we come to the last topic of the chapter, that is managing garbage. Now managing garbage has become a community issue nowadays. Because as there is a great improvement in our lifestyle, we have also learned how to generate large amount of waste. With the amount of polythene bags and those paper foils and all that we are using for wrapping our foods, because of the changes in our lifestyle, lot of wastes are also being generated. But then we should know how to manage these wastes. We should make changes in our attitude, because as we make changes in our attitude, they play an important role because we then use only disposable products. Changes in the packaging material will also generate non-biodegradable waste. So with that, we come to the conclusion of the chapter. As you have seen, there are a lot of environmental problems that are going on. In the present scenario, our environment is a matter of great concern for all of us. Our environment needs to be conserved. Today is June 5th. So that is why I took this occasion, I took this opportunity to record this chapter, to record this lesson today, because as you're all aware, June 5th is a Environment Day. So children, remember that this topic is a very important topic from your examination point of view and also from the social relevance. Thank you. Have a nice day.